President Donald Trump's second State of the Union address is in the books. He delivered the speech just a couple hours ago, followed by a response from the Democratic Party. President Trump invited some special guests to the address, among them a Holocaust survivor, a cancer patient, and the family of a couple who was killed by an undocumented immigrant. His focus points touched on many topics, including unity and his demand for a border wall.
Congress has 10 days left to pass a bill that will fund our government, protect our homeland, and secure our very dangerous southern border.
President Trump also mentioned infrastructure and a push to end the HIV/AIDS epidemic in a decade. The address was one of the longest in history, falling just minutes short of former President Bill Clinton's 2000 speech.
Tonight, local community members react to the State of the Union. KSBY's Megan Healy talked with people in both political parties and joins us live in the newsroom now with what they thought of the president's address. Megan?
Good evening, Richard. A handful of people from different parts of the community came to this station tonight to watch President Trump's second address. Now, some people say they enjoyed his speech, saying that he argued topics like the border wall well, but others say there weren't a lot of signs of action in his
This great American adventure.
President Trump starting the night reminding a divided nation of unity.
Hoping that we will govern not as two parties, but as one nation.
Various members of the community came together to watch the president's State of the Union address.
I just love the whole speech. I thought it was very, very good.
Overall, I was pretty disappointed in the fact that he's continuing to avoid accepting responsibility for pretty much anything.
It was good overall. It made me proud to be American.
Trump sticking to his promise to build the wall.
We can't be a country with open borders.
If we're going to increase our border security, it would be better to do so through technology and personnel.
Even referencing the Mueller
Ridiculous
investigation.
Partisan investigations.
He doesn't ever seem to realize that it does not look good for him as the subject of that investigation to continually call for the end to that investigation.
Mentions of the historic Congress and lower health care costs garnered applause from both sides.
I don't think he wanted it to be a big poke at the Democratic Party. I think he did try to get his point across, but also tried to address a lot of things that were middle ground and that were gonna be like a positive outlook for both parties.
Trump's mention of higher employment rates resonated with local businessmen.
He made a lot of good points, the growth of the middle class, more jobs, lower unemployment.
The robust economy we have now, I'm in the construction industry, I see it every day.
In the Democratic response, Stacey Abrams mentioned the shutdown's impact on federal workers.
He's used them as political pawns in a game, and he absolutely contradicted himself in this statement where he asked that there not be petty games going on.
President Trump ending the night with his plan to reach new heights. President Trump also touched upon topics like foreign affairs with North Korea, trade, taxes, and the national opioid crisis, among other bipartisan topics like ending HIV and AIDS within 10 years. Live in the newsroom, I'm Megan Healy, KSBY News.
Well, Congressman Salud Carbajal gave his response to the State of the Union address. He touched upon a number of the notes President Trump made, including the government shutdown, political promises, and the effects of bipartisanship.
And again, I felt the president fell short in being authentic, in promoting common ground and bipartisanship. Because we've seen the past 2 years, his actions have been the antithesis of bringing us together.
California's Attorney General Javier Becerra also participated in the State of the Union coverage by giving his Democratic response in Spanish.
Before the speech, Senator Kamala Harris gave her remarks about the State of the Union address, stating the American people will rise up during this chaotic time in government.